welcome back to my channel. So many of you guys have been requesting the phase 2 video on how to lose weight and get in shape really fast, and I'm here to deliver that to you. So if you have not watched my very first video, the introduction video, go back and watch that after you watch this video. I'll be repeating a couple of things from that first video, but I will leave some things like the ab exercises and stuff like that out, and a lot of my Weight Watchers hacks. So if you want to know phase 2 of how to lose weight and get in shape like real fast, keep watching. All right. Okay, so I talked about my diet in the first video, but just to touch on it briefly, so I am doing the Weight Watchers diet. I'm not endorsed or sponsored or anything by anything in this video. This is all me to you and what actually works. So this is what I did when I trained for Miss America, a version of this. When I cut things out, I really go off the deep end. And if you're really trying to lose weight really, really quickly, all this stuff right here that you think is healthy, which is healthy for like health, dry fruit and nuts and all these bars, you're not gonna be able to lose weight quickly. You're gonna maybe get healthier and like get all these nutrients and stuff, but if you're trying to go for rapid weight loss, you gotta do what works for you. What works for me is Weight Watchers rapidly. And everybody that I've talked to that's done Weight Watchers, and a lot of people that are on this journey with me, say the same thing. Oh my gosh, I'm losing the weight. Okay, so a couple things that I've added in. So you have 30 points in a day on Weight Watchers. I showed this in my phase 1 video, but they have an app on your phone and you can scan anything with the barcode. So something that I've added in phase 2. So I really like sweets, and sometimes I need like a carb pick me up in the middle of the day. So I really like these Quaker rice cakes. These are 2 points for one rice cake. And don't look at calories, don't look at sugar, don't look at anything else, just look at the points. I also like mustard is 0 points, and I really love a turkey and a mustard snack. So this is, I don't know, 4 like pretty substantial pieces of this. With mustard is like 2 points, so you can eat a lot of this. 2 points for Pirate's Booty, and it tastes like Cheetos. And I showed this in my last video, but skinny pop. That's another thing. I also have been really loving this Premier Protein. So this is 2 points for this whole thing. This tastes like a milkshake to me. It's super, super sweet. I use this in all different ways. So I'll put this in my protein shakes. I'll put it in my coffee in the morning. I'll drink it by itself. It's super, super sweet and really satisfies that sweet tooth. I've also been making like tons of shrimp salads. So shrimp, like 12 or 17 scrimps is gonna be like 1 or 2 points. Like it's nuts, totally nuts. Like how low shrimp is on Weight Watchers, and whitefish is also really low. So that's that. Now let's talk about exercise, because in phase 2, I'm doing the same diet. I'm doing Weight Watchers, and go back and watch that phase 1 video. I talk a lot more about that. So depending on how long you have to lose this weight, I started my weight loss like really, really close to my wedding, which is in 5 weeks, because I knew how to lose weight quickly, and I knew that if I started it 6 or 8 months ago, like I could potentially fall off the wagon and like get burnt out on it. So you can make these phases longer. For me, I'm gonna call a phase like a month. So the first video that I did, like month 1, where I'm just really, really trying to get my cardio up and get my core right. So I wasn't doing arms and legs and stuff like that. I add that in phase 2, and that's what I'm gonna show you today. So in my first video, I also talk about, I don't do any crazy classes. I don't do any crazy cardio. I walk up an incline treadmill at the highest incline for 45 minutes in phase 1, 6 days a week. Every single day, nothing more. In phase 2, sometimes I'll bump it up to 50 minutes, 55, because I'm a little bit more in shape in phase 2, and I feel like I'm not working as hard as I was in phase 1. If you feel like you're still kind of struggling, at 3.3 is typically what I do, like the speed on that. And 15 is what my treadmills at my gym go up to, so it just depends on what treadmill you're on. But, so if you feel like that's still really hard for you, then you can stay at that. If not, bump it up to like 50 minutes, 55 minutes. Don't do anything else except for that. Keep those ab exercises. So I talked about my 4 ab exercises, my like secret ab exercises to get your abs like so ripped in a really short amount of time. They're the ones that I did when I was getting ready for this American pageant also. There's 4 of them, and I show them in my phase 1 video. All right. So now I'm gonna add in arms. And I do this arm sequence every other day. So if you're working out 6 days a week, you're gonna do 3 days and you're gonna do this arm exercise. So I'm not one to like get on the machines, and I'm not one to do like circuit after circuit. I'm not one to do like a ton of push-ups and stuff like that. Just like everything else with my rapid weight loss, I do it a little bit different. So this is the first thing that I do. So if you are an outside runner, you're gonna look like a crazy person, but you can do this. So I used to do my arms like this in like figure eights running outside. Given I'm from the country and I didn't have a ton of people watching me now, I live in Nashville, and yes, people will look at you a little bit strange. Also, let me do a disclaimer that this was Easter weekend this past weekend, and I literally ate like a big old hog for 3 days straight, and I've gained like a little bit of weight back, so if I look a little bit puffy, don't worry, I'll get it off. That's another thing with Weight Watchers. So people ask me all the time, I've messed up really badly, what do I do? You have to start back with your 30-point days and don't go over. Don't go 2 points over. Like, get back to those 30-point days. Okay, so what I'm gonna do, I'm gonna count. I usually do most of my exercises in 30s. So I'm gonna take, these are each 5-pound weights. Depending on like your level of strength, you could kind of up this or like go down to 3. But what I do is I do these figure eights. And I go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. And then I go back down. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. And that doesn't look hard, but that is hard. And I really like this exercise because it works this part of my arm, it works this part of my arm, it works this part of my arm. There's something about this exercise, I started doing it back when I was training for pageants, and it like really works. So start at the bottom, you do 10 to the top, you do 10 to the bottom, 10 more to the top, 10 more to the bottom, and then I'll do like a slow 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Okay, I then will go up a little bit in weight. So these are 8-pound weights just because they're like total Johnny Bravo weights. Like these weights I feel like are from 1982, but I don't like them. Okay, so you're gonna go up in weight, so you can go up to a 10. I wouldn't go over a 12-pound weight to do this unless you're like a really strong person. Physically, not mentally, because I know you're all strong mentally. Okay, so then I'm just gonna do typical bicep curls. And I'm gonna do 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, all the way to 30. Okay? Then I'll stop and take a break, and I'll do 30 more. And then, lastly, so a lot of people can do this. I don't know if it's because of the way that my joints are, if I'm double jointed or something. I've always had a tough time doing this. Like I can't ever seem to do it right. So I turn my weight in like this. I put my other arm right here just to kind of hold everything in place. And I do 30 of these. And you really want to make sure that you feel it in the back of your arm. If you're feeling it other places, then you're doing it wrong. I wish I was there to show all of you how to do it in real life, but I'm not. Okay? And you're going to switch it. You're going to do 30 on the other side. If that doesn't feel right to you, then do this. But in order to stay with this sequence that I'm giving you, you're working out the back of your arm like this. So do 1 of the 2 of those. So that's all I do every other day. And don't stress yourself out and be like, oh my gosh, is that enough? It is enough. Look at my transformation. It is enough. Make sure you go back to watch the phase 1 video to see my ab exercises. So phase 1, so I don't know, you can't really like see my abs. So I've got my abs like pretty pronounced now. And now, like I said, I ate a lot this last weekend, so they're definitely not like I would like for you to see them today. But so these are these cute little Beyond Yoga pants, and they kind of go up like that. I like love them. But I still do have like a layer of fat on the top, even though like my waist looks small and you can visibly see my abs. I do have like these pockets of fat, and I'm looking into options like for phase 3 to try and like figure out about that top layer of fat, but still, I'm gonna show you guys like what I do for my leg exercises, and these, like everything else in this workout, it's gonna work out like multiple parts of your legs at the same time. Now, I have not done one single leg machine in this process. If there's any leg machine I ever do, I do the one where you sit on the machine and you squeeze the thing together. But you can also do that like laying on the ground with a ball or something like that. But this is all really easy. You don't even have to go into a gym to do this. You can do this at home. The only thing you really need the gym for is the incline treadmill. Unless you got a big old 3.5-mile hill in your backyard. Okay, so leg exercises. So these are also really simple. One, because you are doing a lot of your leg exercises when you do the incline treadmill, you're really pushing through the back of your legs and your butt when you do that exercise. So that's gonna take care of a lot of that toning with the legs, but I add this in phase 2 just to kind of like bulk my calves up a little bit more and the back of my legs. That's really what I'm concerned with. I don't work my quads out a ton. Okay, so the first one that I do, so I used to do a lot of dance and like ballet and stuff like that. So I remembered this from dance, like how badly it burned. And I started doing this in my Miss America workout and it works really well. So hold some of the weights that you've been using in your arm exercises. So I'm gonna hold these 5s here, but sometimes I'll do the 8s. And all I do is in ballet, they're called releves. All you have to, all it is going up on your tippy toes like this. This is gonna kind of give you a little bit more weight. I do 50 of these, so go all the way up. 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Try not to touch your heel to the ground. 11, 12, 13, 14, 15. By the time you hit 15, you're gonna start feeling it really burn. It's gonna burn here, through the back of your calves, and you're gonna feel it like all the way up the back of your leg. So I do 50 of those facing forward. Then I turn my legs out like this, and I do 50 more. So here, I kind of teach you this in dance, but don't just like turn your legs out and like force them like this. Like turn your legs out and kind of squeeze your butt together, and that's how you're gonna kind of like do this turnout. So then you're gonna do this lift 50 times again. 4, 5, 6, 7, 6. Can you see my feet? 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16. You're really gonna feel it burn. And you're not just gonna feel it burn in your calves where you think, you're gonna feel it like the other one, all the way up the back of your leg. So then, after I do that, so 50 and 50, and that's gonna be something that you're gonna be sore like the next day, and you're gonna be like, oh my gosh, I had no idea that that little tiny exercise would make that big of a difference, but it does. Okay, and then sometimes I'll hold on to like a bar at the gym and do this, or you can just like kind of stand still, put your hands on your hips, and oh, we got a storm a brewing. Y'all, those are not my underwear, that's the pants. Okay, and then I'm gonna do some leg lifts. So if you feel like this isn't enough for you, then I encourage you to put some of those weights around your ankles or whatever, but this seems to be enough for me. So 50, straight back, focus on like, you're gonna feel it right here, like feel it really, really tighten it up, and then in your butt too. Then do 50 this way. And then I'm gonna turn forward just so that you can see. Then do 50 here. I'm pretending like I'm holding onto a bar. 50 here. So that's all the leg exercises that I add in phase 2, month 2, whatever you want to call it. But as I say in my phase 1 video, when you're doing that incline treadmill, what you really want to focus on is pushing through your butt and the back of your legs, and really focus on that. And that's going to do a lot of the toning for you. That's why there's not a ton of leg exercises in this. So I add in those arms and those legs 3 days a week. You obviously want to keep doing the incline treadmill throughout this phase, 6 days a week at like 3.3. If you feel like you're getting used to it, you can bump it up to 3.4. As high as your incline will go, unless it's some crazy treadmill that goes up to like 30. Then keep it around 15 to 20. And just continue to do that 6 days a week. Do the arms and legs every other day. You can split them into doing like arms one day, legs the next, arms one day, leg the next. If you feel like you want to do those every day, it's not going to hurt you to do them every day. Just don't go like crazy on the machines, in my recommendation. Anytime I try and do a lot more and like get on those machines and I'm starting to do all that other stuff, I find that I don't like rapidly lose the weight and lean out like I want to. So That's all I'm adding in phase 2. I'm gonna do next a Weight Watchers hacks video and do some recipes and some different things that like I'm adding into my Weight Watchers program, or maybe like a day in Weight Watchers or something like that. Give me some ideas below. But I just wanted to do a quick update. This is just like a little chatty video. I like to tell you guys like where I'm at in the process, because if you're doing this with me, I want you to make sure that you're moving along in the phases as well. And I hope you're loving this weight loss content. I appreciate you guys and all your support. I will say, anytime I post a video of me, like before I started this, and to me, I look like enormous and like high cholesterol and heart attack. And you guys say the sweetest things, like you're beautiful just the way you are, and I appreciate that greatly. You have no idea. I feel like a different person when I get like this. It's not necessarily about what I look like for me. It's about what I feel like and the person that I am in the world when I feel like I feel right now. So I encourage you guys, if you are people that are watching this video and you're like, gosh, I wish I could lose weight, you can lose weight, and you can lose weight in like 8 weeks. So I just encourage you to give it a try, come along with me on this journey, and thank you guys so much for watching this video. Give it a thumbs up if you liked it, subscribe to my channel if you haven't, and thanks so much for watching.